Hey guys, MoJK here, and I wanted to talk about some cool updates that are coming our way. So the first thing, of course, is the new allies join the fray, the next banner, and this is going to be Final Fantasy 6 themed. We had just we're finishing up Final Fantasy 9, and as you know, I'm not crazy about that banner. This banner is actually pretty decent. Like if I didn't have these units, then I would probably try to pull for some of them, although none of them are really super elite in the long run. Leo is one of the best tanks in the game right now. He has actually like native draw attacks, just like Amaranth, so he is a very useful tank even without the golem being 2 stars. Blah blah blah. I know this isn't really a banner video. Terra's a good mage. Celis is a kind of a hybrid. Has some useful, interesting skills, and Locke is a good utility character. Helps you get more drops from enemies, and also has a great trust mastery. A thrown weapon for Cloud of Darkness. But I guess I'll just blow through this really quickly. Chamber of Crystals. I normally would like this kind of thing on the weekend. Crystals for espers are kind of hard to come by, or you have to do a lot of exploring, and it's kind of time consuming. So it's nice to be able to just kind of run through the dungeons here in the Vortex and get crystals for your espers, but unfortunately it's also going to coincide with a lot of better stuff. So Festival of the Autumn Moon is what I'm really excited about. It's basically our first really good event, finally. So this is going to run more than 2 weeks, from the 1st through the 17th. And then there's a claim period after that, so you don't lose out on your rewards. But we're gonna get some really awesome stuff here, and it's kind of like about time for some people. So Mog cakes are the currency that we're gonna be trying to earn and trade it into King Mog. Who somebody actually asked in my comments, what do we give King Mog? And this is the answer: free Mog cake or Mog cake. Now, what's so good about this event is that we're finally introduced to things like mini burst pots, which help level your limit breaks. A lot of people aren't even aware that they can level their limit breaks because it's so hard to do it currently. You literally have to do it like a couple thousand times. But each one of these mini burst pots is like using it 100 times, so it's kind of a more realistic way to finally level some of these limit breaks. And as you limit them, they get a little bit stronger percentage-wise. The thing I'm most excited about, well, maybe not most, but one thing I'm really excited about is the Trust Moogles, which increase Trust Mastery by 10%. Now, if you've tried to do any kind of Trust Master farming, you know that 10% is a lot, and it takes a while. So 10% is basically like getting 2 dupes, which is really good. From what I've heard, this is actually kind of hard to farm, so don't be expecting to get like 10 of these. At most maybe 1 or 2, possibly a little bit more, but they're still pretty rare, but it's still better than not having them. 10% is going to speed it along, pretty decently, so I'm excited about that. Stellar Shield, this seems like a pretty decent shield for mages that can equip shields, so that might be can't think quite off the top of my head, but like a Golbez maybe, whoever needs the magic but also needs good defense and can equip a shield, so this is a good item. Lunar Pestle is probably the most exciting thing for me because I have Cloud of Darkness and I don't have a decent weapon for her. My best weapon on her right now is I think it's a Mithril Mace, which is a plus 30 attack. This is a plus 60, which makes for a very legitimate weapon. So once you have this for a Cloud of Darkness, you're going to turn an already powerful unit into a powerhouse. Maybe that's a little bit overstating it because it's just a 30 attack difference, and which is going to make stronger, but it's not going to be like night and day necessarily. But it's finally going to be a very solid, respectable weapon on a really good character. The only thing better on Cloud of Darkness right now would be the Trust Master reward for Locke, which is the Rising Sun, which is I think plus 107. But again, Trust Masteries are hard to get, and if you can't get that, something like the Lunar Pestle is a really good weapon for a Cloud of Darkness. Now, on my main account, I actually have a second Cloud of Darkness that I've left at level 1 because my thinking was that eventually I would get the Trust Master reward from Locke, and that would be a great weapon on Cloud of Darkness. So I only needed one. I don't want to have two Cloud of Darknesses in my party if the second one is using a 30, plus 30 weapon. This actually might change my thinking a little bit. Like, I wouldn't mind having two Clouds of Darkness or whatever in my party if one of them has a plus 107, the other one has a plus 60. Very respectable damage, would be better than Bart's. So I'm now starting to rethink it. I'm starting to level my my second Cloud of Darkness because of this weapon. So be excited, guys, if you have a Cloud of Darkness. Finally, there's a good weapon for her. Rabbitfoot, I'm not too crazy about this. It's just plus 3 defense and 7% boost to status ailment resistances. So it's not even like elemental resistance, it's status ailment resistances. And 7% is not a lot if you ask me. I don't know, maybe if we get two of them, it might make a difference. But there's just better accessories to be had. I mean, I'd much rather equip Heroes Rings or Hyper Wrists and things like that. So I'm not too excited about that. So in summary, Lunar Pestle, awesome. I hope it's not going to be too impossible to farm. I'm sure we'll be able to farm, one of these. Probably there's only one available anyway. And then Trust Moogles, very excited. Mini Burst Pots, pretty exciting. Not too crazy about it because Limit Burst leveling isn't really a huge thing. But I'm just so excited that we're finally getting an event where the rewards are worth it. It's not like min-maxing, but it's actually going to make a big difference. So I've been rambling on long enough. I hope you guys are excited as well. We're going to see it really soon, and I'll have videos coming for that. I don't think I'm going to pull on the banners because I already have most of these characters, and they're not really an improvement over what I have. But for a lot of people, like a Leo would definitely help. Terra's a respectable mage. Again, Locke is a utility character, and even Celes can be useful in some situations. So it's up to you guys. We're getting a lot of Lapis thrown at us, so my suggestion, if you already have a set party, would be to hold on to it until we need it, but can't blame you if you pull on this banner a bit either. So I'll see you guys next time. It's going to be pretty soon, and yeah, be excited just like I am.